So usually skateboarding gets super frustrating, right? So in the case you're feeling frustrated with skateboarding and you're wondering how you can kind of get that creative spark again that you experienced when you first were introduced to it, well, let me kind of talk to you about how I personally make skating fun when I'm feeling super frustrated with this wooden thing right here. So usually, you know, most cases I'm at a local park. Today we're at El Sereno, and it's a layout that that I'm so used to that I kind of subconsciously gravitate towards the bag of tricks I'm used to, right? So that may be, you know, a lot of manny tricks like the one I just did right here. And when things aren't going right and I get frustrated and I don't land things that I think I'm supposed to land, I start to get frustrated. So in those days when things aren't coming naturally, I try to explore different obstacles or even the same obstacles I usually skate in a slightly different manner. So today we're gonna pick 3 obstacles and I'm gonna approach them in a slightly different manner where it's very similar to how I would skate, but it also allows me to keep it like easier on myself, but still accomplishing, or still feel a sense of accomplishment after I land it, right? So that I can have that chase, that dopamine chase that I want. Because usually in order to get that how do I say, appreciation of skateboarding, I have to land tricks that I'm proud of personally. So in this case, I'm gonna explore a slightly different variation of the tricks I do, and hopefully it gives you a good sense of how you can slightly change things up, right? So that you can have that creative spark again. So first obstacle is gonna be the bank over there. We're gonna go to. All right, I'm gonna do a kickflip. All right, so I usually never do that, but like I said, in the days where I need that sense of accomplishment and I want to make things fun, it's real helpful to include obstacles like this in my skating. So for example, I might usually what I will do, which adds to this, is I'll skate that quarter, I'll go over this pyramid, and I'll go to the ledge over there. But we're slightly gonna change it up so that I can keep it challenging, but not so challenging that I that I stay in that frustrated state, right? Or I get back into that frustrated state. So what I'm gonna do is what do you call this? Fakie Smith, revert, fakie 180, and then a trick right here, right? And maybe a flat grab trick. Alright, so usually it's a different feeling. Honestly, that woke me up. Like, I feel a bit more how would I say, accomplished. And I know it sounds silly, but just simply adding something different will give you another, how would I say, like a different kind of appreciation for skateboarding than if you were to do a normal trick. Like for example, for me, right, to get on the same level of accomplishment I just got there, or even surprising myself after when I did the big spin. And what is it called? Bigger spin? No, what is that called? Whatever that trick is called. Like, the fact that I got that, it kind of surprised me, and it gave me the same level of appreciation that I would get if I were to like kickflip perk this ledge right here, right? So that was fun. That was one obstacle. Another obstacle that I do skate, but I don't skate it in this way, but it also allows me to get those creative juices flowing, is this flat bar. So usually I'll just be skating that flat bar, and
Watch out, watch out.
And I'll sometimes get stuck on a trick like a kickflip crook or a switch front board shove out. So today we're gonna keep it simple, but not so simple, right? And do backsmith to Manny, and backsmith that flat bar.
Yeah.
I mean the A-frame to Manny. So you can I can stay right there or follow me.
Yeah.
And that kind of hurt. So basically, I want to challenge myself, but not too much that I stay frustrated. So really, all I'm doing is adding a Manny to that backsmith that I almost did first try. So that tells me it's definitely, how would I say? Like, it's definitely doable without going back to that frustrated state, and it still makes it fun, right? So we're gonna go for it again. Follow me. Damn, I woke up my hip. That idea literally came from one of those days that I was here and nothing was kind of, I wasn't landing much of my tricks, and I was like feeling discouraged because I was like, all I could do are basic tricks for me, right? Personal to me. And really the small addition of that Manny had my brain opening up to all these different ideas, like backsmith Manny. And if I wanted to make it a bit more challenging right now, and I'm skating on my own, I might do backsmith Manny flip, right? That makes it a little more challenging. But in the case I don't do it now, it's still an option for a later session, since this is one of the local parks, you know, for me. So that's always cool. You think of new ways to approach the park. And even though, you know, for me, I'm a manual skater, that seems like something I would have thought of before, but I never did. Like with the board slide, I never thought, oh, board slide to Manny or like 50 to Manny. But just exploring, being open to approaching it a bit differently, had me basically exposed me to that opportunity, right? Opportunity to skate that section in that way. So that was the second way. The third way, something I always skate, but I never really skate this way. And it wasn't until I was pretty much fed up with one of the sessions I was having that I just wanted to. There's so much happening. I just thought someone. Yeah. Okay.
Waited this up.
The safest thing is to just stay down there.
Stay down there. Yeah. Yeah. Is this? I always skate this platform right here, and usually it's in the form of a Manny. But if I want to look at it a different way, I can skate the ledge. I can go here.
I almost falling.
Okay, I can go to the ledge, go to the quarter, and then back up here. You know? Right up. So I can go here. And start playing around with basically a three-piece. I'll do a trick on, in the middle, and at the end. And again, I want to be careful to I want to be careful and not make this frustrating, so I want to keep it simple. For example, right there, I was trying to switch back 180. It's not, if it feels like you got frustrated, tone it down a bit. So I might do this. Alright, so super simple, doable, and it opens up a different set of challenges. For example, I did a switch ollie. What I do? Switch ollie, front 180, and then ollie back 180. So now, if I want to make it a bit more difficult, I might try switch ollie, fakie frontside, or fakie flip, and then switch 180. You know, just add a little bit of difficulty so that I'm getting those creative juices flowing, but also that sense of accomplishment, right? Because it's something new. Even though I know I can do a fakie flip, I still haven't personally experienced that feeling with these tricks here. So it's still gonna give me that sense of like accomplishment, that dopamine, I guess, that we all want when skating. So let's do that. I don't want to get in no one's way, and then we'll end it. So I mean, I know I could do Vixen, but it was still cool to just do that after, right? And so basically, like I mentioned already, you want to change it up a little bit. Even though you know you might be able to do those tricks, it's still going to be a bit different, and it's going to give your body that feeling that it wants that you usually get when you're landing all your tricks, right? So don't get frustrated, keep skating fun, and make sure that you have an abundance mindset, in the sense of there's always a different way to approach skateboarding, even for yourself, as you may be a very specific type of skater, right? A lot of people know me as a manu skater, but if I did manus all the time and I didn't stray away from that, skating could easily get boring. But even then, actually, there's so many ways to add variation and creativity. So anyways, keep that in mind. Next time you feel frustrated, take a breather and approach skateboarding a different way. Having said that, hope you guys been liking the videos. Comment, let me know what you guys want me to talk about, or what are some topics that you are curious about, so that I can elaborate, that I've already talked about. And also shout out SPLAY. If you want to try these shoes out, I have something in the description for you. So check it out. Until next time.